Hey everyone, and welcome back once again to the Fair Chance Trader. Hope everyone's having a good day, and let's get into the market. So first thing off, I want to talk about the SPY. SPY up, 0.54%. So almost like a nothing burger day, really. Again, it did have the push right there, and let's see in the after hours, it is up another 0.28%, making it up almost $4 and about almost $5. So that is something key to look at, showing strong buyers, strong wanting pressure here. But here's the issue. Okay, let's zoom out for a minute. We had all-time highs right here. Okay. If we push, I'm hoping that if we can push past that, if we could push and hold over 606, I think there's potential for us to push for the 607, hopefully hitting to 608. And then there's a chance from there to there. I mean, we went straight up to 610. So, it's a little uncharted territory for the most part. We only had this little bit here. So, there's a lot that can happen. But if we hit that 608 mark, like right here, boom, 608, what was it? 608.11, 608, like 15 basically. So, right there, boom, came back down. And then obviously down here, retrace, come back. Let's see if we can beat that. If we can beat that right there, I will say 608.15. I think there is potential for us to retest all-time highs. If not, I do believe the bears will win. Obviously, the volume candle is a little higher than the bearish candle the other day of the selling candle, so that is good. A little bit more buying pressure. That's good. But if we do not, I think we will fall back, retest 5, or right at 6 first, and then if we fail there, we can come back to 595 all the way to 590. And worst case scenario, say something drastic happens, some big news, there's a chance we could be retested almost 580. But that's a worst case scenario. I highly doubt that. I think our potential is going to be a slow, steady grind here throughout the morning, unless something crazy happens in pre-market. It is Friday. Things do happen. Last day of January too. So who knows? Especially with what comes in, I think tomorrow, new SEC rules or something about showing your short positions and things like that. So things will change. A lot of things will come, hopefully. We'll see. So I'm thinking there's going to be a strong pressure here, and we'll probably retest to that 608 tomorrow, I think. And from there, but things can happen. Crazy things can happen. Right now we're at 606.68, so we hit 607 at 9 in the overnight. Let's see if we can keep that pressure going into the morning. Maybe even push to 608. Maybe we even could go all the way to 610. Potentially thinking of all-time highs again. Who knows? But besides that, let's get into the next stock. We're going to talk about GME. Alrighty, GME. To be honest, I want to say, although it looks like it was a nothing day here, shows something. And I'm going to show you why. Okay. So right here, okay, from January 28th, 29th, here's 30th. Basically, we're struggling to almost hold 27. We came back and we were struggling 750 for a minute. The bears. All right, boom. When we shot up, we hit 28 coming here, and we're just kind of been just hugging 28 all day long. A little bit more buyer volume than seller volume right there, which is good to note. Not like it was crazy volume by all means, just giving that a heads up. It was only 3.34 million shares traded, nothing crazy. Which is telling me something too, that something big is coming when you have I think that's only like 1% of the shares on the float being traded. Think about that for a minute. We used to trade 72 million shares of this easy in a day. There were millions of shares traded easily. And now we're just trading bare minimum. Like on the bid ask, it's only 40,000 shares. Someone buy out all 40,000 shares, the stock price would be instantly at $50, and that's only 40,000 shares out of the 400 million shares. That many shares can affect the price like that. Something like can happen. Keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Just keep that in mind. Not a financial advisor, not financial advice. But things could happen, you know. That's just my opinion. But I think if we can hold 28 and see what we can do here, I think there's a chance we could, if we push strong in the morning, we could have a breakout leading into the next week. Who knows? But if not, I think we could push for 28 to 28.50. With our current momentum right now, I mean, there really ain't nothing unless something drastic does happen. Who knows? But if not, I do think the market makers will try to push us back down to around that 27.50 range, or at least try to, or that 27.75-ish, try somewhere around there, because of options, they don't want too many options to be in the money. Obviously at $28, you got some options going to go in the money, boom, and let's say we made a push up to $29, well now you got even more options going in the money. That's something that the market makers have to hedge for, and if they have to hedge for it, that means they have to buy in. If they buy in, that pushes up the stock price. So keep that in mind. That's leading to a gamma squeeze. If we, say we ramp up to $30-$40 and so many more contracts go into money, we're leading into a gamma squeeze there. Granted, that's high volume coming in, hopes, a little hopium there, but who knows? Things can happen. But that's my overlook on GME. We'll see what goes on. We'll find out from there. AMC. AMC. What do I want to say about AMC? On the daily. Let's look at the daily. Don't that look beautiful? Honestly, with AMC, as much as I would love to say I want it to be all the way, there we go. That made that look a lot worse than it did. Let me vibrate that. That made it look a lot worse than it did. I would love to say it'd be back up here easily, but I do think we do need to retest here. Keep that in mind. Honestly, I think that if we come down, I think we're only going to test here at 290 and get our bounce, because the RSI is down and everything else is down. So I'm thinking right there is where I'm predicting 290 to $3 is where AMC is going to come for now. Market makers will love that. There's a lot of $3.50 puts on the February 21st option chain I noticed earlier today, which was kind of interesting for it. So that's keeping pressure on this. But if not, if we get a strong volume coming in, some pressure in the pre-market, maybe Jimmy goes, maybe AMC can get a bounce with it, and I think there's a chance AMC could go back to the 350 to 380 range leading into next week, where we could test 4 to 450, maybe even 5 to who knows. It just depends if something crazy does happen. If not, I do think we're just going to come back down here a little bit, retest, bounce, and boom. Let's see. Hollow. See here, I made a few plays. I rolled a few. I actually rolled an option kind of deal here, kind of prepping for something here because I think something big can and will happen. I am a long-term holder for Hollow. I will hold Hollow for a while, in my opinion. But granted, everyone's here to be able to do what they can to understand the market. So, in my opinion, let's go to instead of the daily, let's go back to the 15-minute. Alright. as I see here, it's kind of shaping up like how it wants to round back up. If we can round back up and push for that the 180 range here, and we can push and strongly hold over that, I think we could push for that 2. But if we don't hold over that 2, I say 215-ish range, right around there. Because zoom out for a minute. 215 is where you get the buyer pressure really starting to build in here. Boom, 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 boom. If we can shoot past 215 with high pressure, I think there is a potential for the stock to be able to go even higher. Like right here, let's see, the 274, it was like a big gap right there to 297. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, that's percentages, my friends. Percentages. It's a percentage game. Remember that. You know, that was only 10 cents down, but hey, that's 5%. Imagine you had $1,000 in there. $1,000, 5% of that. Oof. Yeah, but that's only 10 cents down on the stock. So imagine if it was up 15 cents. You know, it's a percentage game. Keep that in mind about the markets. But I do think there is potential for a hollow in the long term. Or, well, short term and long term. I feel like it was kind of like a test right here. Alright, cool. Let's see what we can do. Shake out some shorts because it does have high short interest. And I do think shorts will get shaken out shortly. And something interesting can happen, especially if GME leads the charge. We'll see. One thing I would like to note right quick, IWM minus this. Did I miss that? What is that? Right at market close. A big sell-off right here. No, well, not big, but, well, I mean, 12%. Yeah. But it bounced right back. Okay. Interesting. IWM bounced, gapped up, and it's kind of holding right here. If IWM can hold strong and push past that 230, what could be in store? That's all I'm saying. I could say it could probably push back to that 232 to the 235 range. If not, it could come back down to probably retest that 226.96. I'd say 227 range right here and see if it can hold. I'm gonna say within that range right there. I'm hoping that it will go up with momentum in the markets, but it just depends on if the markets want to keep that momentum. And lastly, let's go, well, we'll go over BlackBerry right quick. BlackBerry held strong today, which shows good promising things for me, which is kind of interesting. BlackBerry. You know, I remember BlackBerry phones back when I was younger, but they've got something going for them right now. And I got to dig in, do a little more research for you, and get some more details for you on what they really got going on, because this market is loving BlackBerry right now. I mean, it was down to literally $2.37, I believe. Well, I bought in at $2 and right here. I bought in right here in this dip. I mean, it was down to here to 232. Showed me momentum. I was like, okay, I kind of want to buy in. Been riding ever since. I mean, it just does a stair stepping like do. So I think next week there is a potential for BlackBerry, or leading into tomorrow. I think either if the market wants it, BlackBerry could push for 450 leading into 470, 475, hitting that $5 mark. If some high volume chooses to come in on Friday. If no volume comes in Friday, I think BlackBerry is just going to simply come back down to that 435 to 430 range, somewhere around here, and kind of consolidate a little bit, probably bouncing back up to 440 to 435, somewhere around that 10-cent pocket, and just consolidating for a minute for its next move up. Lastly, we'll go over Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now, let's see how it's doing. Well, was at 106, having this little sell-off again. I'm thinking it's just going to be a little bounce. It's probably going to hit back to that 103.8 and then come back, retest for that 105, and then see how the markets do. If the markets don't hold strong, it can come back down to probably that 103 flat and the 102.5. Wait, 102.5? No, 102.3. If not, I do think Bitcoin can make a stronger push because I think Bitcoin's going to separate from itself or from a lot of things, from just following what the market trend does. And I think it's going to start be a steady grind over the next couple of years. Easy. It's a long-term hold for sure. I mean, just imagine 10 years ago it was $10. 10 years ago, let's see. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this on the. We'll do it on 12 month. Make it. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Let me. Not do the 12 months. Let's go to like the 1 month. Okay. We'll go back to the 5 minute. That was a mistake. Basically, 10 years ago. Oh, wait. 5 years. Oh, we'll go back 5 years. Oh, it's because I got to do this. There we go. Oh, way too much. Way too much. Okay. Boom. 2023. 2022. You could have bought Bitcoin at 17,000. Look at it now. Okay. 2020, you could have had it for almost 10K. Before it went all the way up here. Yes, I do think Bitcoin's still going to have a strong push. It's been having a strong push with a pullback a little bit, but I think Bitcoin's going to start separating from its trend. Notice, one gap up, kind of did its thing. The following year, kind of built a little more momentum. A lot more things were happening for it. People were consolidating with it, but then obviously, bull market left, things happen, Oh, thinking this one's just getting started. It's just teasing the markets, and it's hitting its third leg. One leg, two legs. Start of one, maybe. Might even be just one leg here altogether. Or one leg. Second leg. Third leg. Maybe that 120 to 140-ish. Then we're going to come back down to probably retest that 100K. I'm not even going to lie. Maybe that 115 to 120. Just depends on how strong it holds. But I think this thing's going to start doing its own trend instead of doing what it has in the past. Lastly, oh, that's XRP market cap. I don't understand why it does that. XRP USD, $3.08. Okay, ooh, look at that. Look at that. That look pretty on the weekly. Ooh, that look pretty on the weekly. All right, let's look at 15-minute right quick. So it's kind of just consolidating for right now. That's like all it's doing, which is good. It's holding strong, and I think if it, let's see, thinking by the weekend, XRP could make a push for that 315, 320. If not, I do think XRP is going to come back down, retest about $3.05, the $3 flat, maybe $2.90. But I think XRP, this might be one of the last times it's at $3 again for a while, depending on how this does. We'll see if buyers step in first, unless some big news happens. But I think XRP is about to make its moves soon, within the next weeks or two, in my opinion. Other than that, that is all. Hope everyone had a good day. If anyone needs any more advice on anything, just let me know. And this is the Fair Chance Trader heading out. Thank you.